We have been conditioned by the modern NBA to celebrate the spectacular, the step-back threes, the windmills, the crazy stat lines. The story of basketball nowadays is unfolding through the highlight reels. And as the commissioner of the NBA stated, this is a highlight-based sport. But here is the problem of this statement. For every Michael Jordan, every LeBron James, every iconic figure who graces the cover of a video game, there exists a crucial yet overlooked foundation: the role players. The unsung heroes who do the dirty work, the glue guys who hold championships together, the relentless competitors whose highlights won't be shown on ESPN or in a TikTok highlight reel the night after the big game. They are the essential workers of the hardwood. This is a series dedicated to them. This is the Role Player Files. Today, we are opening our first file on a player that got praised by the fans for his competitive nature and his unwavering grit that was frankly infuriating to opponents. A player who for over a decade was the very heartbeat of the Chicago Bulls. We are talking about Kirk Hinrich, or as the fans told him, Captain Kirk. Kirk James Hinrich was born on January 2, 1981 in Sioux City, Iowa, a Midwest town where hard work and foundational principles were the basis for success, both on and off the court. It was in this environment that Kirk's connection to the game ran deeper than just local culture. For him, basketball was a family affair. His father, Jim Hinrich, a respected basketball coach, began instilling those crucial fundamentals in Kirk from the 3rd grade all the way through his high school career at Sioux City West. It was a dynasty in the making. Under his father's guidance, Kirk led the Wolverines to an incredible 22-9 record over 4 years and won the state championship during his senior year. By graduation, he was the school's all-time leader in points, steals, and assists, a clear indication that his impact was already profound and holistic. The deep commitment to defense was no accident. Even as a young player in Iowa, Hinrich's basketball idol was none other than Seattle Supersonics star Gary Payton, the Glove. Payton's legendary tenacity and relentless on-ball pressure provided a blueprint for a defensive mindset Hinrich would carry throughout his career. Hinrich's journey took a fascinating turn when he switched his college commitment to the University of Kansas. Under the tutelage of legendary coach Ray Williams, Hinrich blossomed, evolving into a first-team All-American guard. He embodied the Jayhawk spirit, tough, smart, and utterly relentless. His improvement was annual as a freshman. He earned the Most Improved Player award. As a sophomore, he led the nation in the three-point percentage at an outstanding 50.5%. Paired with his high school co-Mr. Basketball and later on Thunder legend Nick Collison, Hinrich guided the Jayhawks to back-to-back Final Fours in 2002 and 2003. In his senior year, he averaged 17.3 points, 3.8 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.9 steals, earning him the Midwest region's Most Outstanding Player award. Though Kansas fell just short in the 2003 National Championship game against Carmelo Anthony's Syracuse, Hinrich's impact was undeniable. His defensive intensity and clutch shooting were legendary in Lawrence, earning him in 2009 the honor of having his number 10 jersey retired in Allen Fieldhouse, alongside icons like Will Chamberlain and Paul Pierce. The 2003 NBA draft was historic. While the attention was rightfully fixed on the future superstars, the Chicago Bulls, picking 7th, made the selection that would define the culture for the next decade. After the devastating end to Jay Williams' career, the franchise was searching for a foundation, a new identity, and they found it in Kirk Hinrich. The Bulls weren't just drafting a point guard, they were drafting a character. Hinrich immediately established the standard. As a rookie, starting in 66 games, averaging 12 points per game, 6.8 assists, 3.4 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game. He was the only rookie that season to record a triple-double, a feat that highlighted his all-around versatility. He finished 4th in Rookie of the Year voting and was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team, alongside LeBron, Wade, Carmelo, and Bosh. The nickname Captain Kirk wasn't a PR invention. It was earned. He embodied the tough, defensive-minded approach of coach Scott Skiles. Fans loved his grit because he played the game with almost desperate effort. In his second season in the league, Hinrich became a full-time starter, though not in his true position. Coach Skiles started him in the shooting guard spot and every night assigned him to guard the opponent's best perimeter player. That season, Bulls finished with a record of 47 wins and 35 losses, even though 3 rookies, Chris Duhon, Luol Deng, Ben Gordon, played major minutes, and the frontcourt consisted from a declining 36-year-old Antonio Davis and a young Eddie Curry. Kirk was their leader and their best player, playing 37 minutes per game, and even took votes that season for the Defensive Player of the Year award. But before his official NBA pick, Kirk would take his competitive fire to the international stage. In the summer of 2006, he was picked by the Team USA for a chance to win a spot in the FIBA World Cup in Japan, alongside 23 NBA players. In the training camp, Kirk eventually won his spot over Gilbert Arenas, who had his best career season, averaging 30 points per game. Kirk was picked because the coaches believed that his style of play fitted better for the international play, and they weren't wrong. This squad has superstars like LeBron, Wade, Chris Paul, Carmelo and Dwight Howard, but the team only won the bronze medal, losing to the Greek national team in the semi-finals, and Kirk was the one that provided a flash of brilliance, sparing a couple of crucial threes in the fourth quarter in order to try and spark a comeback. His play that day was far superior from many of the superstars of this team. After this tournament, Kirk stated that he was in an all-time high confidence level and he expected to be an even better basketball player. The mid-2000s were the golden age of the NBA guards, and Hinrich was thrown into the fire. He had to face prime Allen Iverson, the explosive Dwayne Wade, the two-time MVP Steve Nash, and the quickness of Tony Parker. What made Hinrich truly special, the essence of his role-player excellence, was his defensive tenacity coupled with his intensity. He wasn't the biggest or the fastest, but he was always in the right place. His low wide stance became a symbol of the Bulls' defense. This dedication peaked in his fourth season in the league, in 2006-2007. This was Hinrich's statistical peak: 16.6 points, 6.3 assists, 3.4 rebounds, shooting a career-best 41.5% from the three-point line. More importantly, his defensive prowess was officially recognized with a selection to the NBA All-Defensive Second Team, alongside his starting center, Ben Wallace. That year, the Bulls finished with 49 wins, and the third seed in the East, featuring a starting five of Kirk at the point, Ben Corton at the shooting guard, Luol Deng and 37-year-old PJ Brown at the forward positions, and Ben Wallace at the center. That season playoffs offered perfect testament to his value. The Bulls swept the defending champions Miami Heat, led by the reigning Finals MVP Dwayne Wade and the 34-year-old Shaquille O'Neal. Hinrich's relentless pressure on Wade was a relentless factor. Pat Riley, as a coach of the Miami Heat, once publicly criticized Kirk for his aggressive play, yet later praised him as one of the league's top defenders. This is what Kirk was all about, the player you hate playing against, but you would kill to have him on your team. In 2008, the Chicago Bulls drafted hometown hero Derrick Rose. He immediately became the franchise's cornerstone, the all-time talent Bulls fans have been waiting for. For many players on their peak years, having their teams picking on the draft night players at their positions is ego-crushing. For Hinrich, it was simply an opportunity to win. He seamlessly accepted a new role, transitioning to a combo guard, playing off-ball and providing veteran stability off the bench. This selflessness, the willingness to sacrifice individual statistics and spotlight for team success, is the defining characteristic of an elite role player. After 7 seasons, Hinrich was a fan favorite, a captain and the franchise leader in 3 points. But, as always, the NBA is a business, and in 2010, the Bulls traded him, alongside Kevin Serafin, the 17th pick of the draft, to the Washington Wizards for the draft rights of Vladimir Veremenko. This move made only to clear cap space, as the Bulls hoped to sign the max free agent, namely LeBron James, who famously chose Miami. Hinrich played only 48 games for the Wizards, as the Hawks traded him in the trade deadline for the package of Mike Bibby, a rookie Jordan Crawford, Maurice Evans and a first-round pick. In the following season, Kirk played again in the exile for the Atlanta Hawks. Despite dealing with an eye injury that required him to wear protective glass that limited his play, he remained a reliable veteran presence. Even in different uniforms, the Captain Kirk competitive fire never dimmed. But some bones are too strong to be broken. In 2012, Kirk Hinrich returned home to Chicago on a 2-year deal in order to fill the starting spot of the injured Derrick Rose. He was back where he belonged, and he arrived just in time to be a vital part of Thibs' gritty defensive-minded Bulls. Kirk thrived under Thibs, starting alongside Defensive Player of the Year Joakim Noah, Carlos Boozer, Mike Dunleavy, and a young Jimmy Butler. This second stint produced one of the most legendary performances in the 2013 playoffs against Brooklyn Nets, and Deron Williams. Kirk had 18 points and 14 assists in the triple overtime Game 4 victory. However, Kirk's bodies paid the price. Calf rupture ended his postseason shortly after. Kirk Hinrich's NBA career spanned 13 seasons. He finished with nearly 10,000 career points, 1,000 career steals, and over 4,000 assists. He never chased the spotlight. He simply delivered championship caliber effort every single night. His legacy isn't defined by rings or MVP trophies. It's measured in defensive wins, the countless tough positions he defended against Hall of Famers, cultural impact. His mentorship in younger players like Rose, Noah, Butler established the defensive standard that led the Bulls to the top of the Eastern Conference. In an era obsessed with individual highlights and stat padding, where flash often supersedes substance, the story of Kirk offers a valuable counterpoint. But for those who truly appreciate the nuances of the game, for those who understand that winning basketball is more than just superstars, Kirk Hinrich will always be remembered as Captain Kirk, a true icon of the role-player fraternity. Thank you for opening our first file on Kirk Hinrich. If you like this deep dive, know that the role-player files is just the beginning for our channel all around basketball. We plan to bring you many more stories from the NBA, and soon we will open files on EuroLeague basketball as well. Please show us your support, like this video, share it with a fan who loved Kirk, and subscribe to join us as we continue to bring you stories from all around basketball. And now we turn the files over to you. Who is the most underrated glue guy, the ultimate role player that deserves a file next? Let us know in the comments.